Hello jobbergs! Welcome once again to my channel. This is Sir Job and welcome to Sir Job TV. Para po sa lahat ng mga new explorers sa aking channel, yung newly discovered pa lang po ang aking channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for you to be updated with my future videos. Para po sa lahat ng mga golden jobbergs na patuloy pong nanunood at sumusuporta sa aking channel, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Ipagpapatuloy po natin ang discussion after a long time na hindi po ako nakapag-upload ng video kasi medyo na busy po ang inyong Sir Job. But for today, ibalik po natin ang ating daily vlogs. So hopefully makaya ko pong everyday po is a vlogging day. So my topic for this morning is all about agents of socialization. These are the family, school, church, peer group, workplace, mass media. Welcome to my video number 37. Socialization will not take place without the agents of socialization. These refer to the various social groups or social institutions that play a significant role in introducing and integrating the individual as an accepted and functioning member of society. The agents of socialization guide every individual in understanding what is happening in our society. People learn to determine what is proper, right or wrong, appropriate and inappropriate. Social norms were formed in order to control individual behavior in a given society. They are usually in a form of rules or prescriptions followed by people who obey certain standards or rules in society. The norms include society standards of morality, good manners, legality, and integrity. So for this morning, i-discuss po natin ang 6 na social agents. Actually, maraming factor na naka-affect sa ating development as a person. But for today's video, let's focus our attention sa 6 na social agents contributes to our development as a human person. So firstly, we have the family. So number 1 po talaga na nakatulong sa development ng isang tao is the concept of family. The family, being the smallest unit of society, plays a very important role in the development of personality and values formation of children. Because remember, highlight natin sa statement dito, pag sinabi nating family, this is the smallest unit of society. Because pag sinabi nating smallest, kasi there is family na merong father at saka mother, tapos isa lang yung kanilang anak. Kaya ito yung pinaka-smallest unit of society. Pero ito ang pinaka-importanting social agent. Why? Because remember, di ba meron tayong sinasabi na home is the first school. So meaning to say, dito natututo at first hand ang isang bata. Okay? Dito unang nadidevelop ang mga skills and everything about that particular child. So basically, very important po na meron po tayong well-defined home. Na merong isang father, na merong isang responsible mother, at the same time, na magbibigay po ng discipline, no, sa isang bata na ito. So, very important ito na social agent. Children are taught to follow and observe the family's norms, values, beliefs, and behavior that are appropriate to members of society. Ako ay appreciated so much with those family na tinuturuan talaga nila ng magandang asal yung kanilang mga anak, no? Because when that particular child will go out, kasi later on, ang next kasi ng destination ng bata is ang school, 'di ba? So doon talaga natin ma-observe kung paano natin dinala ang ating mga anak. Okay, that's basically the point. Because nagsimula sa bahay, binigyan ng magandang asal, itinuro ang mga values, beliefs, and norms, and everything about the guidelines of the normal person. So paglabas niya ngayon, pag nasa school na siya, or nagkaroon na ng proper interaction ang batang ito, then therefore, he knows how to manage himself properly. That's very important. So dyan nagre-reflect kung paano tayo as a parents to our children. Basically, that's how we are being manifested ourselves to our children, basically. So you have to observe that one. It is also maintains order and harmony. Without it, everything is in disarray. So kung walang proper I don't know with the others kasi meron din namang mga set of society or meron din namang group of people or there is also an example na wala yung parents niya, wala yung mother niya, wala yung father niya, but they manage themselves well. Okay? Medyo na-develop nila yung kanilang sarili holistically still without the guidance of their parents. But basically, when we are talking of the average situation, pag distracted talaga yung mundo nila with the family, walang structure na proper yung family, wala silang proper guidance as they grow up, talagang watak-watak ang result. Okay? Or you cannot expect of a unified or a solidified group of family. Or for example, we are talking with the siblings, talagang hindi ganun ka-solid yung kanilang banding because wala silang tinatawag nating home, which is a complete of which composed of a mother and father and the rest of the siblings in that particular family. So that's the point. So basically, medyo disorder ang setup, medyo walang sequence yung setup ng kanyang buhay because if we are going to trace back his life, wala siyang proper family or wala siyang experience that there's a mother and father who guides that particular child. So basically, very important po ito na ma-develop po sa isang bata. Second, aside from family, meron ding malaking factor ang school. This is also part of what tinatawag nating social agents. School. The school helps preserve, perpetuate, modify, and integrate conditions of human life by promoting teachings and learnings. Ako, I have to say, kasi pag sinabi nating school, ang pinaka-highlight na lang natin dito is to develop the cognitive part of the child or the students, no? Ituro sa kanila ang academic world, ang skills development, for example, kasi nagsisimula ito sa bahay. Okay, tinuruan mo ang iyong anak. So ang role ng mga teachers, ang role ng school is to continue developing the cognitive aspect of that child. Because I just want to highlight kasi pag sinabi nating school, may mga demand kasi ng ibang people na you also need to correct the morality of that particular child, the ethics of that particular child. Basically, that's part of our job as a teacher. Okay, kaya nga sinasabi natin in our lesson, there should be an integration of the cognitive, the psychomotor, which is the skill development of the child, and also the affective domain, which is now the emotional aspect of the child. But basically, in school, ang target po talaga is to develop the cognitive aspect of the child. Academically speaking, that is really the job of the teachers. But hopefully, parents would have to start disciplining their children sa bahay pa lang in order for us i-continue na lang namin of whatever you started at home. That's basically the point. It's not that kami yung magko-correct. It's not that teachers should have to correct the values of your children. Mahirap pong gawin yan. Pag nagsimula sa bahay na ganito, tas dumating sa amin at this particular age, tas you are demanding us to correct the morality or the ethics of your children, that's very difficult. So I hope that sa lahat ng mga parents na nanonood ngayon, you have to start disciplining your children at home so that when they go to school, i-connect na lang po natin yung whatever they started at home. So basically, that's the point. Through education, knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values are acquired, shared, and transmitted to other members of society. So basically, ang punto kasi, pag nandito na sa normal school, normal setup, may face-to-face, not like now, unlike now na online class lang tayo, but in the face-to-face setup, nagkakaroon kasi ng integration. Okay, meaning to say, yung isang bata, kung ano yung attitude niya galing sa bahay, ngayon magkakaroon ng integration. There is an interaction between different students, no, in a given setup. So, kaya po nagkakaroon ng shared knowledge, skills, attitude, and values doon sa setup ng isang classroom. Kasi nga, as I said, diverse sila galing sa kanilang bahay, whatever the beliefs and discipline na tinuro ng kanilang parents, ngayon nasi-share nila ito sa given setup. So number 3 would be the church. The church also plays a very significant role in the lives of the members because remember, this is when we are going to connect with our Creator. Okay, ito yung time na nagko-contemplate tayo para sa ating buhay, yung mga point na nagiging grateful tayo to everything na we are still existing until today. We are being protected by God. So this is the moment really. The church promotes interaction among its members kasi in a given church, marami pong iba't ibang tao from different walks of life na nag-gathered together. So that's basically one thing. Okay, in order to foster unity and group solidarity. Because remember, the Word of God should be shared. Okay? Padamihin ang members nito, i-inform ang lahat for the Word of God, kung ano yung goodness ng Word of God or the wisdom of the Lord. So basically, that's the point. Through preaching, listening, and watching church activities, the individual is able to understand the meaning of his existence. So basically, highlight natin tong point na to, meaning of his existence. So by just preaching the word of God, by listening the word of God, mas lalo nating naiintindihan kung sino tayo as a person. Mas lalo nating na-appreciate why I am here in the world in the very first place. That's very 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 important to understand. Ano ang role ko? Why I am here? Why I am still alive despite the situation? So basically that's the point that you have to that you have to discover at the very end of the day. It also helps the individual acquire self-confidence, okay? Moral and identity that would influence his goals, values, and convictions. You know what? In different religions, kasi ang dami pong religions talking about Philippines alone. Hindi pa natin pinag-uusapan ang buong mundo. It's only Philippines alone. Ang dami-dami pong religion. Pero you know, ang pinakamas na-appreciate ko talaga when we are talking of a religious person, meron talaga siyang respect for the humankind. Or meron siyang fear with the Lord. Meaning to say, kahit anong religion man ang ipinaglalaban ng taong ito, nakikita mo sa kanya na meron siyang kindness, meron siyang goodness or genuine goodness within himself, na hindi siya magmamanipulate ng tao, hindi siya gagawa ng ikasisira ng ibang tao. So that's basically the point. Very important po na meron po sa atin yan. Okay, kasi ang mundo ngayon napakagulo na, ang mundo ngayon napaka-dangerous na po, no? Pero I'm so happy to see na may mga tao pa ring tumutulong sa kanilang kapwa-tao, may mga tao pa rin nagbibigay ng tulong sa kanilang kapwa-tao, or may mga tao pa rin nag-iisip at nagdarasal para sa ikabubuti ng kanilang kapwa-tao. So, that's very important na manatili within us. Okay? Because we are just, sinasabi ko nga, we are just we only have temporary existence in this world. So, ang advice ko sa inyo lahat, gumawa kayo ng mabuti while you are still living in this world. Kasi alam mo, that's our purpose in this world. We should avoid making things na ikasisira ng buhay ng ibang tao. God is not happy for that. Whatever it is, dapat ang isipin mo is makabubuti para sa iyong kapwa. You have to think for the betterment, not only for yourself, not only for your family, but of course for the rest of the world. We should have to pray for the safety of everyone. So that's really, really very important. Ito yung mga bagay na itinuturo ng simbahan. Ito yung mga values na hindi natin nakukuha sa kung saan-saan. These are the things that we could be able to get while we are reading the Holy Scriptures, we are preaching the words of God, and we are telling to the world the goodness of God's creation. So that's basically the point. So now let's proceed to the number 4, which is the peer group. What is really peer group all about? Peer group is made up of people who are similar in age and social status. So I know na dumaan kayo sa level na ito. May mga kalaro tayo before na magkaedad, magkasing edad kayo, tapos gumagawa kayo ng kahit ano lang ng mga activities. Common po ito before. Actually, I can compare kasi ang society today, nagbago talaga ang setup niya. With the introduction of technology, later on, i-discuss natin yan, nagbago talaga ang setup ng society. Unlike noon na wala pang cellphone, wala pang technology, ang kabataan talaga, yung peer group mo, yung strong band with your peer groups, talagang nandoon manifested sa society before. Pero ngayon, iba na po kasi naka-online, virtual na po lahat ng mga transactions natin. Pati po ang pagkakaroon po natin ng friendship with each other, naka-group chat na rin po siya. So, ganun po ang setup. Okay, and who share interest. So, same interest po kayo. Balikan natin ang definition kasi medyo naputol siya. Who are similar in age and social status and who share interest. So same po ang takbo ng isip niyo because ang mga kabataan, younger generations, yung mga bata, talagang they have the same thinking lang. Ang gusto lang nila is maging masaya. Happiness lang po ang hinahanap po ng mga bata. They are not thinking na lumamang, manlamang, manipulate. Wala pong ganong setup ang isang bata. No, ang thinking lang talaga ng bata is maglaro at maging masaya sila together. So ito po yung best example ng isang peer group. Same age po kayo and you have your same interest and you also have your same social status. Usually, kasi mahirap pong magkaroon ng maging magkalaro po yung mayaman at saka mahirap in a given setup. Pero nangyayari siya. But hindi ganun kadalas. Usually talaga, yung nagiging friends mo is yung kaparehas lang din ng yung social status in life. So that's basically the point. Peer group socialization begins in the earliest years, such as when kids on a playground teach younger children the norms about taking turns, the rules of a game, or how to shoot a basket. So basically, in-explain ko na kanina, in a given setup, yung mga kapitbahay natin, dito tayo natututo sa mga basic ng life, yung papaano laruin ito, kung papaano i-play ito. So, dito po umiikot ang ating mundo. Ito yung first-hand experience natin. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, medyo na-deprive yung, kasi may mga mayayaman na they are not allowing their children na maglaro outside and finding friends outside home. No, kinukulong po nila yung mga anak nila. Na wag kang lumabas kasi so may mga ganitong setup. So I hope hindi po natin ito gawin kasi ang mga bata po, they really need interaction. Part po ito ng social agents na kailangang ma-develop sa tamang panahon, no? Kailan mo pa bibigyan ng karapatan ng anak mo? Yung malaki na siya, tsaka pa siya maglalaro? So, you have to give your children the chance to be happy sa kanyang edad, sa edad na kung saan ito angkop. No, basically that's very important. Okay, as children grow into teenagers, this process continues. Yung mga naging friends mo noon, yung mga bata pa kayo hanggang so lumaki kayo, may mga ganito kang setup kasi na the same lang talaga yung bahay nila, the same lang yung lugar kung saan sila lumaki, kung saan sila na-develop, yun pa rin yung kanilang tirahan hanggang sa naging teenagers na sila. So, yung relationship nila as a peer group or as a friends, okay, napaka-strong, no? Kasi ang haba ng panahon na pinagsamahan ng mga grupong ito. Peer groups are important to adolescents in a new way as they begin to develop an identity separate from their parents and exert independence. Kasi pag sinabi nating adolescents, ang edad po is ranging from 10 to 19. Okay, lagpas po siya sa legal age. Okay, 10 to 19, meaning to say, this is how you are going to prepare yourself from the basic interaction hanggang sa dumating ka sa pagkatuto ng mga pang-mature na role, no, as part of interaction or as a social actor in the interaction. So basically, that's the point. So highlight natin to sa statement, begin to develop an identity separate from their parents, no? You are now embracing to become an independent person. So very important po ito na ma-develop. Huwag po nating i-scaffold ang ating mga anak always. Huwag po nating i-control ang mga decision ng ating mga anak every time, no? Bigyan niyo po ng karapatan ang inyong mga anak na maging independent on their own decision. Para of course, when they go outside from your vicinity, outside from your jurisdiction, they could anymore handle themselves. Kasi binigyan mo siya ng kalayaan long before. So, natuto siya. Kasi, with our friends, with everyone na nakikilala natin, yung mga peer group na ito, at some point, nagbibigay ito ng mga ideas on how we are going to deal ourselves. So, very important po. Additionally, peer groups provide their own opportunity for socialization. Since kids usually engage in different types of activities, with their peers than they do with their families. Highlight natin dito different types of activities with their peers than they do with their families. Kasi mas I don't know if you have this kind of experience na mas mahaba yung panahon na ginugugol natin with our friends. Nung mga bata pa tayo, mas mahaba yung panahon na gusto nating pakisamahan yung ating mga friends over our families. I don't know if you will agree with me, but usually ito nangyayari. No? Halos araw-araw after waking up in the morning, you immediately roam around and then look for your friends to do something. No? May mga activities na naman kayong gagawin for this particular day. So, malaki po ang influence ng mga kasama natin. Malaki po ang influence ng mga friends natin as we go on at this particular stage of our life. Peer groups provide adolescents' first major socialization experience outside the realm of their families. Okay? Outside the realm of their families. I also explained that a while ago, yung pagiging isang getting to an independent person ng isang tao. Interestingly, studies have shown that all the friendships rank high in adolescents' priorities, this balanced by parental influence. You know what? I just want to highlight dito sa part ng peer groups kasi very important ito na makilala natin. We always have to choose people kung sino ang ating pakikisamahan because paulit-ulit ko pong sinasabi sa aking mga video na ang atin po mga friends ay nagbibigay po ng malaking influence sa ating development. So you have to choose, really, you have to choose. Though may mga taong dumarating kasi sa buhay natin na they are just part of our journey na kasi may gusto silang ituro sa atin. Okay, but later on nawawala sila because as I said, people are always come and go. Dumating, but after a couple of years nawala siya kasi tinuruan ka lang niya sa bagay na ito. Okay, but we also have friends na nananatili talaga siya sa atin through thick and thin. No, may mga friends tayong ganyan na kahit anong mangyari, kahit ano ka pa man, kahit sino ka pa man, you are a true friend to me. You are a genuine friend to me. So, may mga ganong friends din. Pero may mga friends din, as I said, na nawawala lang sila because they only have part or portions of your life lang na part sila sa chapter mo. But at the end of the day, they will have to let go themselves at mawawala din sila for a certain season. So something like that that you have to be prepared about. But highlight natin itong pinaka-last portion. Interestingly, studies have shown that all the friendships rank high in adolescents' priorities. Kasi dito nagsisimula ang talagang grabe ang closest natin sa ating mga friendship, no? Getting along with each other or playing with, I mean, vacation in different places, yung mga famous ngayon, we are with our friends. Pero nagiging balance pa rin ito depending on what level of guidance na binibigay ng mga parents. Okay? Because may mga family din naman na kahit eto na yung edad ng kanilang mga anak, like for example, 15 years old or 16 years old, but they still have to communicate with their children. Okay? Meaning to say, inaalam nila kung sino yung mga friends, sino yung mga kasama, or may mga ibang family din na yung mga friends na kanilang mga anak is wini-welcome talaga nila sa kanilang bahay. Okay, doon talaga nila kinikilala yung mga friends ng kanilang mga anak. And that's very important. As a parents, we need to monitor and alam natin kung sino ang mga friends ng ating mga anak. So, always have to think about it. So, number 5 is workplace. In the contemporary world, high technology and computerization have important roles in the conduct of employees and workers in the workplace. So, nowadays, ito na yung ginagamit natin in our daily transactions. Lahat na po is nagbago when it comes to when it comes to our work setting or work setup for today's time. Advanced high technical work have changed the life of the workers. It has made their work increasingly easy and reliable. So with the introduction of technology, mas napadali, mas naging reliable, mas naging accurate po ang mga data na nag-gathered ng mga workers because of the introduction of technology. So, something like that. However, okay, so meaning to say, ang impact nito, mabilis, madali, at mas reliable ang ating mga output. no? When it comes to the workers or even with the students, mas na-improvise yung mga output ng ating mga estudyante. But basically, what is really the negative part? However, with the automation of office and business establishments, students spend more time at computer terminals. Okay, mas na-focus ang ating direction. I mean, mas na-focus ang ating attention sa world of technology. Less is spent on personal interaction and studies and performance of assignments and projects. Highlight natin itong statement na less is spent on personal interaction and studies. So meaning to say, because of the introduction of this particular technology, because of the new setup of our workplace today, okay, nagkakaroon ng less interaction or less genuine interaction ang tao. Okay, because everything is made possible with the use of technology. That is basically the point for today's time. So meaning to say, nababawasan yung normal na interaction or yung genuine interaction that supposedly should be done by a certain social actor kasi yun po ang magbibigay sa kanya ng holistic development at the very end of the day, which has been deprived in today's time. Okay? I hope you could connect with what I'm telling to everybody right now. In short, there are good and bad things that computer can do due to have advancement of science that influence their moral behavior. So, kung may positive, kung may advantages, no, yung the introduction of technology to everyone, especially when we are talking about the works or the assignments of the or the requirements or everything else, may mga advantages kasi mas mabilis, okay, mas reliable, it's easy for us to transact things in today's time. However, meron din siyang negative because nawala yung genuine interaction that should supposedly be taken in a normal interaction or in a normal socialization. So that's very important. Kasi may makukuha ka talagang something kung actual. Okay? But we have no choice, especially in today's time, na we are not allowed to have that kind of setup. No, we are reminded for a social distancing. Parati po tayong lumayo sa ating mga kapwa-tao. So that's very that is mandatory sa panahon ngayon because meron tayong pandemic. Okay, the last one or the number 6 is the mass media. Distribute impersonal information to a wide audience via television, newspapers, radio, and the internet. So, ito yung pinaka-famous ngayon. The influence of social media or the influence of mass media to everyone. Okay? Especially, sa panahon ngayon na may pandemic, every transactions na ginagawa natin is nasa internet, nasa communication with the virtual world. So, malaki talaga ang impact ng mass media for this particular moment of our lives. With the average person spending over 4 hours a day in front of the television, okay, average person have 4 hours a day spending 4 hours a day, okay, na pagtutok sa television. And children averaging even more screen time. Media greatly influences social norms. Okay? Because whatever we observed, whatever we seen from the internet or in TV or YouTube or any other social media platform, nai-influence tayo. Nakukuha natin yun. Natututo tayo by that something, by that particular video for example. So, napakalaki po ang impact ng social media as a social agent, no? Sa ating generation today. Kasi ito na po yung naging trend. This is the trend. Kung wala kang cellphone ngayon, kawawang-kawawa ka talaga. No? Noon, when I was young, hindi pa uso ang cellphone, wala pang Facebook, wala pang internet sa aming lugar. So basically, we are still part of the traditional interaction. Pero ngayon kasi, we are in the modern world wherein technology is very important. Ang naging part na siya ng ating needs. Na in today's time na mayroong pandemic, naging part na po sa ating needs ang cellphone, ang internet, no? Because everything is done in a virtual communication. So that's basically the point. So that is why media greatly influences social norms. Okay? Nagbabago ang takbo ng sinasabi nating or tinatawag nating normal before the new normal. Nagbabago ang setup ng society, nagbabago ang setup ng interaction because of the rapid introduction of technology. Okay, basically that's the point. We cannot control, no? This is inevitable. Nagbabago. This is part of the social changes that we have to accept and embrace at the very end of the day. People learn about objects of material culture. Okay, I already introduced what is material culture, everything that is tangible, everything that can be seen, can be touched, that can be considered as material culture, like new technology and transportation options, as well as non-material culture, what is true, beliefs, what is important, the values, and what is expected, the norms. Etong lahat ng ito, the non-material and material culture were affected greatly by the introduction of technology. Especially nowadays, I'm talking with 2020, wherein almost everything na ating transaction in life for survival ginagawa po natin with the use of technology. So basically, malaki po ang impact ng social media sa paghubog ng isang individual in today's generation. So, kung ano ang nakikita natin in the social media, what is available in the social media, nakukuha po yan ng mga bata. Kasi ngayon, I observed yung mga bata, even if mga 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, napakagaling na po nilang magbukas ng YouTube channel, and they could easily watch a lot of videos in the YouTube channel, in YouTube, na hindi natin alam kung ano nang nakikita ng mga batang ito, no, in YouTube. So be careful po tayo, parents. We have to guide our children kung ano po ang dapat nilang panoorin, because of course, as I said, social media has a great impact or influence on the development of a certain child. So recapitulate ko po yung ating mga discuss for this morning. Before we have to close this video, we are discussing the social agents. Okay, pag sinabi po natin social agents, these are the factors that contributes to the development of a certain person. So if we want na holistic ang ating development, we should have to recognize this particular social agents. Pag sinabi nating social agents, these are the family, the school, the church, peer group, the workplace, and the social media. So that would be all for this morning. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope that you will share this video to your friends and to anybody else that you think nangailangan ng video na ito. Asahan niyo po that Sir Job TV will continue to give you meaningful discussion, especially in the field of social sciences. Thank you once again for watching. Bye-bye!